What's going on, everybody? So I am at Walmart here in Paragould, Arkansas. It's a pretty small town. Had the idea the other day that I wanted to poll people and ask people here what their opinion was on gay marriage and equal rights. So I am going to try to go and talk to some strangers here and see what they think. Maybe a little dangerous, but wish me luck.
Okay.
All right, so
Hi.
first, what's your name?
Wendy.
Wendy, and would you say you're from a small town?
Yes, I was from Blavel.
Blavel, awesome. I'm from Paragould. So, right here. All right, so, yeah. All right, so my first question is, do you think it's currently legal to fire somebody for being Christian, black, or a girl?
No, I don't believe so.
Do you think it's legal to fire somebody for being gay?
No.
Actually, in Arkansas, it is legal to fire somebody
Really?
from their job for being gay for no reason. You can just come in and they can fire you, and several other states. Isn't that
I didn't
crazy?
know that.
Do you think that
I
they should
think-
make laws that protect gay kids or gay adults from being fired from their jobs?
I think you should be able to work if you want to work. I mean, I don't think that's fair.
That doesn't really matter, right? Do you think that Christian kids, black kids, or girls in school are protected from bullying by law?
No, I mean, they're just protected by, they say that, I mean, it's still going to go on.
Yeah, it's still going to happen.
Yeah.
But if a Christian kid got beat up because he was Christian, he would be protected by law. Whereas if a
Well,
gay
I know
kid, oh yeah, there you go, learn new stuff. But if a gay kid gets beat up in school, they aren't protected.
You should always be protected. Nobody should get beat up for the fact
Right.
that, you know.
For anything, for any
Right.
reason like that. And my
If
last
my
question.
child, you know, like I have 3 little ones, and I would never, you know, it's hard. If you're being gay, it would be like hard because like it's so hard on them because it's like, what if their parents, how, you know, like how do they feel? Like,
Yeah, is it
how
my
would you
fault?
want to come out?
Or like,
Yeah. And like, I would never say anything wrong or anything against that because
Yeah.
what if my children?
Right?
grew up
Yeah.
when,
Completely
you know,
agree. All right, so my last question then is, so last summer gay marriage became legal nationwide.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Or do you feel like it's affected you in any way?
Well, it hasn't affected me. I have gay and lesbian friends.
Okay.
I do believe, you know, like in the Christian belief, I
Right.
do believe like man and woman, but I believe that.
Right.
But what if I was? What if I was gay?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So first, what's your first name? Phyllis. Nice to meet you. I'm Andrew. Shake your hand. My hands are full. And would you say you're from a small town?
Yes.
Awesome. So my first question is, do you think it is currently legal to fire somebody from their job for being black or a girl or Christian? Do you think that's legal?
No.
It is not legal. It's
No.
against the law. What about being a homosexual?
No.
It actually is legal to fire somebody for being gay in the state of Arkansas. Did you know that? I know, that's insane. So do you think that they should be protected under the same laws as the...
I do.
So what about bullying in schools? Did you know that if a Christian kid gets beat up in school because he's a Christian, that there are laws and lawsuits can happen to protect that kid? But if a kid that is gay gets beat up in school, that he does not have any protection against laws there. Yeah, do you think that that's something that we should potentially add to the laws too, maybe? Protect the kids, right? Yeah. All right, my last question is, last summer, gay marriage became legal nationwide. How do you feel about that? Or do you feel like that it's affected you at all?
It has.
Yeah, all right. On to us right here. Awesome. So I'm Andrew. What was your name?
Russ.
Rocio. Nice to meet you. Would you say you're from a small town?
Yes.
All right. So my first question is, do you think it's currently legal to fire somebody for being like a Christian or black or being a girl? Do you think that's legal?
It shouldn't be.
It is not legal. What about being gay? Do you think it should be? Do you think it's legal to fire somebody for being gay?
No.
Actually, in Arkansas, it is legal to fire somebody for being gay. Isn't that crazy? Do you think that we should do something to change that, or do you think that that's okay? Okay. My next question is, do you think that there are laws protecting kids that are black or Christian in schools from being bullied? Yeah, there are laws. Yeah. Do you think there are laws protecting gay kids? Right. There actually aren't in several states across the United States. So that answered my next question for me right there. There we go. And then last summer, gay marriage became legal nationwide. How do you feel about that? Or do you feel like it's affected you at all?
It doesn't like affect me. I
Yeah.
think everyone's got freedom and they should be free.
So I'm Andrew. What was your name?
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much again for doing
You're
this video.
welcome.
So, would you say you're from a small town?
Yes.
Yeah, from a pretty small town. Awesome. So my first question is to you. Do you think it's currently legal to fire somebody from their job for being Christian or black or a girl?
It shouldn't be legal. I don't think it's legal.
It is not legal. What about if you were gay?
That's not legal.
It is legal to fire somebody for being gay, especially
Really?
in the state of Arkansas and several other states. Yeah. All right. So the next question here, do you think that that should be changed?
Yes.
Definitely. What about bullying kids in school? So if a kid is Christian, black, or a girl, and they get bullied in school, do you think the law should step in and protect them from, any more harm?
Yes.
And it currently does. Do you think that they do that for gay kids?
Well, I would hope so.
They don't. Actually, in several states across the country, there are still no laws protecting gay kids in school from being bullied. All right. So what's your name?
My name's Jasmine.
And you're Daniel. All right, I'm Andrew. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you, Andrew.
So, would you guys say that y'all are from a small town?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm from
a
North
small
Carolina.
town of Corning, Arkansas.
What part?
Corning, Arkansas.
Corning. Nice. And then you said you're from where?
North Carolina.
Like a big city in North Carolina?
Greensboro. It's not super big, but it's bigger than here.
Oh, okay, just a little bit bigger. All right, cool. So first, my first question for you is, do you think it's currently legal to fire somebody for being black, a girl, or a Christian?
No.
It is not. It is not legal. What about if they were gay? Do you think it's legal to fire them for being gay?
No.
Did you know that in some states it is still legal to fire people for being gay, including Arkansas? They don't have to have any other reason, just the fact that you're gay.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? That's something that should be changed, do you think? Is that something they should add to the list, right?
Yeah.
Got it. So my next question is, what about bullying in schools? Do you think it should be illegal and there should be protection laws against gay kids?
I mean, they could try to enforce it, which
Yeah.
they do need to. Because
Right.
that causes a lot of problems in kids.
Yeah. Did you know that the suicide rate for kids is higher in kids that are gay than in kids that are straight?
Yeah, definitely.
There are actually no current laws protecting gay kids in a lot of states, but there are protecting, black kids or girls and things like that. So that should definitely be changed in y'all's opinion, right? I mean, they could try at least.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think gay marriage is legal here.
So actually, that's my next statement here. So last summer, gay marriage became legal nationwide. Yeah,
Really?
legal all around the country. How do you feel about that, or do you guys feel like that's affected you at all?
It didn't
Has it
affect me.
affected you at all?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
alright.
sure
I mean-
people are happy about it, but
Yeah, but it hasn't changed your life at all. You didn't even know.
no.
All right. So first, what was your name?
My name's Abby.
Abby. Awesome. I'm Andrew once again. And would you say you're from a small town?
I am originally from Jonesboro and
Okay.
then moved here to Paragon.
So yes, small
yeah.
town. All right. So first, my question for you is: do you think it is currently legal to fire someone for their job for being Christian, black, or a woman?
Currently illegal?
Currently legal. Can you fire somebody for being black, a woman, or Christian right now?
I would think not. I would certainly hope not.
You cannot. You cannot
Yeah.
be fired for those things. What about being gay?
I would hope not.
They actually can, especially
But I
in
was about to
Arkansas,
say, but I think
because
that
of the
they
way that I
can.
set that up.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think they can.
In Arkansas, they actually can fire you for being gay in several other states. Do you
Yes.
think that that's something we should consider changing?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Awesome. My next question for you is, do you think that there are laws protecting Christian, black, and girl children from being bullied in school?
Yes.
There are laws protecting them. Do you think that nationwide there are gay laws to protect
No,
their children?
I don't think there are specifically for that.
There are not. In several states, there are laws protecting
Right.
gay kids, but in several, there are not. Also, do you think something we should change?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. My last question is, last summer gay marriage became legal nationwide. Do you feel like this has affected you in any way, or how do you feel about it?
Personally, it hasn't affected me, but
Right.
many of my friends have.
Have gotten
Yes.
married.
Yes.
Awesome.
Lots of
Well,
them.
that's great. She
Yeah.
has gay friends, you guys. So
do.
see, even in the
Lots
small
of
towns.
them.
Awesome. All right. So I also had a few people who just really didn't want to be on camera, and they said it was okay if I just went ahead and mentioned their name. I had a 53-year-old named James, a 22-year-old named Sarah, and a 36-year-old guy named Seth. They all supported marriage equality, equality in the jobs, equal discrimination rights for kids, all of it. They just were shy and didn't want to be on camera, and I totally understood that. I also interviewed several Walmart employees, but I later found out that if you were on the clock and wearing the vest, that they could get in trouble for it. So I really couldn't film them, but they were all also in support of all three. So several people that I got a lot of support from today. Anyway, so really what I got out of this whole thing was that even though in the Bible Belt, in the small town of Arkansas, I found several people who were willing to get on camera and talk publicly about their support for the protection of LGBT individuals. Not necessarily that they agreed with the lifestyle that they say. A lot of them are religious and said things like, personally, I don't think it's right, or I think it's a sin, but they still agreed to protect us, which is what we want, equal protection. My main point to LGBT people watching this is that in small towns, even though you feel alone, you're really not. You have a support system there that you don't even really realize that you have. Even though these people may look at you weird, a lot of them would stick up for you and look out for you as far as rights go. And a lot of them still really care about your safety. I was really, really nervous doing this video. I had a really hard time walking up to people and just starting talking to them and expecting them to get on camera, and so it really pushed me past my limits. But eventually I pulled through and met some great people around here in my hometown that I had no idea even existed. And a lot of people were very supportive. I had very few people that were willing didn't want to do the video because they were against what I was talking about. Anyway, so expect a new video soon. Hope you guys have a good Easter, and I'll see you later this week.